An album from easily the best band name ever conceived, Tropical Fuckstorm's A Laughing Death in Meat Space is one of the most unique and weirdest works to come out of the 2010s. The second you start the album, it kicks you in with You Let My Tires Down, a perfect opener that greatly showcases elements of what the band's style was like. Gareth Lydiard's vocals come off like a mix of spoken poetry and traditional singing, only his voice doesn't come off as showy and pretentious, for he instead sounds rather raw and unfiltered, which will likely determine how one will feel about it. The way that Fiona Kitchen, Erica Dunn and Lauren Hamill provide the added layers to the music make the band feel more like a band, compared to artists like Maroon 5 where it really only feels like Adam Levine and his posse. This especially rings true on the longest and final cut on the album, Rubber Bullies, where Gareth is singing most of the main vocals, while all of the instruments and background vocals add an extreme amount of colourful atmosphere and layered production to the track. All of the tracks here have very similar quality in terms of their production and sound, so finding a favourite could prove to be very difficult to how many of the tracks are that good. If I really had to pin it down today, it'd probably be between You Let My Tires Down, Antimatter Animals and Rubber Bullies, due to how explosive, instrumentally complex and highly engaging these tracks are. I'll lastly mention the instrumental track Shellfish Toxin, mainly because it proves, just as much as Braindrop's instrumental track, that Tropical Fuckstorm don't just produce quality vocal tracks, but they also make just as brilliant instrumental ones. The one on here is easily my favourite of the two. It has such a trippy, laid back, otherworldly sound to it. It's one of the longer tracks on the album, but you get so invested in it that time passes you by, just like the line on the longest track aforementioned. If you're looking for a record with a unique, colourful, abnormal sound, this one should definitely satisfy.